Hello and welcome back. This is Braemar. We have bread problems. We need more corn and we need more, uh, just more corn, period. Actually, we've been building up a lot of these in the cornfields, as you can see, as I'm hovering over them. We want to be making a ton of bread. Up here, we're making cotton and we have silkworm huts. Eventually, these fiber water mills will be taking this cotton and all the silkworm and turning it into fabrics that then we can turn into tailor stuff that I have sectioned off over here. So I found that these orchards, even though they are slope conforming, they won't actually farm them if they're not actually flat. And I mean flat as in there's a tree in every row. There's something that seems to glitch out when the plant can't grow in a certain area. The place still is held and says that it needs to be planted, but they won't go and do it. So excuse the buffalo that have dropped now into the Indian camp, but we have had to shave these mountains and turn them into nice wholesome fields. So this just got a fresh clean cut of flattened lands. That's now all sectioned off. It should work nicely. We have roads, we have houses. Food is now stable coming in. I forgot we were fighting off a disease, scarlet fever, I think it was. And we had a trader come in. Right, this guy is selling reeds and military supplies for bananas, which I absolutely love. I will take your bananas. Oh, your bananas are expensive. Never mind. I'll take your lobster. You would think that bananas would not be twice as much as lobster, but it's fresh product, so. We also went ahead and scheduled this last little bit to be transformed. I'm holding off on these three houses. I'm not exactly sure when I'll do it, but we'll figure it out. You know what I mean. I also wanted to look into turning this into a storage warehouse already. Yeah. Because this is going to be a big facility over here. I mean, that's why we built the gigantic Old Town Market. So we're funneling in product. We want to start harvesting this product before it is late summer. So we'll have to manually come in and click each one of these and tell them to harvest, just because their homes are still a little too far out. The estates here hold a lot of people, but they haven't fully built them up yet. So they're coming from the townhomes up to do work, which is hard when they're on like this part of the island. There's like no homes out here, or these people are having their homes out here to work. So to bring in a better production or a better flow, we're kind of going to build some homes up out here to bring in some more vegetables and stuff to keep this stuff running because this stuff's constantly running out. And I feel like the tinnery will do a lot for us. You have sand and clay? Oh man, this is just a general trader. Well, that is the idea so far. I don't think we have any liquids or any kind of wine that we have being made because we're using it all immediately for trade. But we're trying to get a lot of our food through trading as well. We took a hard hit in the population when we started running out of food, where I left off on the last episode. But this now is a stable economy. I actually have it so stable, we're using corn to get domesticated animals. So now we're building these milk farms. And this has been a long time coming. I've been trying to build these milk farms forever. Because then I have the dairy options, and then we can start making the bread and dairy options. So as you can see, we're already in early summer here. Most of this stuff is not up to 50%. By summertime, it'll be at 50%. That's when you want to generally harvest on some of these larger fields. I have it set up so it's pretty much one worker for one 10 by 10. These are 19 by 19s, which is pretty much a 20 by 20. I just squeezed them in long ways like this. Ooh, see how that corn just jumped up to 70, well, 60 yield. Go ahead and just manually start harvesting this bad boy. Yeah, the rest of it's pretty close to follow. You don't even have to wait. Because they have a hard time getting 100% of it in the barn. I actually had about a bunch of farms that finished last season before it was time, but I'd be shocked if we got all this in the barn. Look at this. This is already up to being harvested. Like, let's go. That's going to be a lot of food. We also cut down and redid all the trees, so that's what's also making this nice, is that we are in a equilibrium, and we just cut down all of our orchard trees. So we have no extra olives or figs to buff our food. We just have the normal crop rotation. But I feel like this should be enough food to last us. It already has been. We've been gaining on food. Well, we're a little low, but we were gaining on food pretty good. I want to see if this dense orchard actually works. I don't remember if I was able to harvest from this. We should know at 50%. Okay, see, this guy has food. What do we want? We want pork. We make all of this stuff, but we don't even have the butcher going right now because we've been in such a desperate time. We don't really want to trade for candles. We want to trade for silk, right? Maybe a little bit of candles. Sure. We will get back up to silk production when mulberry leaves start coming in, and that'll be when we get these orchards up and running. I was actually seeing what red mulberries were, if it's a fruit or if it's the leaves. It looks like we got some fruit going on here. But until I see it pop up in a barn, I guess I can go check the inventory list roster at the town hall. Oh, hey, I'll take this going as well. Make me some steel tools. Right. We are looking for red mulberry. There's the regular mulberry leaves, rum, raspberries, red mulberries. Definitely a mulberry, which is kind of what I thought we were going to get when we planted white mulberries, but I guess white mulberries are only used for leaves. So that's actually a bad. We will leave this going, but when we plant the next two orchards, we're going to have them actually be white mulberries because we're going to have to feed 4 of these silkworm huts. And I was under the impression that the mulberry leaves seem to outstrip the silkworm need, but we're still going to have to build a substantial amount to sustain that. But we'll get on silkworm production and then silk production. We're using the wool to make the hardy like weather coats, but we're using survival coats to basically cover our butts here with using some reeds and some leftover materials. But everything seems to be back in equilibrium. I know before we were running out of everything. I just put somebody on tools. Oh boy. Start up the blacksmith. We need steel tools. What do you got for me? See, again, we're trading feathers here for food. What do we got? Cherries. We're going to want to try to pick something that we need. Like, oh my gosh, just blueberries. Give me all your blueberries. And then the parsnips. We'll throw the rest in parsnips. And this will keep our tinneries running. This injection of food here. Now I do have 2, so they are running through food quickly because they're grabbing it really fast. And that's purposely flooring this production. The second they have food, they need to make it and use it. So what is going on here? You are out of materials. Is it that you're out of iron? Oh man, you're out of iron. Okay, that's fine. You're not even being worked. You're making me gold last time I checked. Why don't you make me iron? Same thing with this coal guy here. Why don't we turn him onto iron? Because that's a 9 out of 10. That'll help with our iron production. I didn't realize. So what actually ended up happening is we ran out of iron. Yep, it's going to happen here too. So this somehow slipped past me. So a mine opened somewhere. That's for sure. Right. Let's see where the mining went wrong. Either a mine ran out or a mine opened up. And I don't remember scheduling a mine. I do actually. The tin ore or something like that. Right, we're running plenty of coal. Okay. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna need a couple more people working this. Because this one is at 4%. This one's at 15%. This one's at 12%. That's pretty bad. Um, so we're starting to slip here on the industrial side. When people don't have tools, they don't work as efficiently on the speed. So that's not good, which means they take longer to do tasks all around, which will choke your entire economy. Luckily, we're sitting really good on food. Now that we have the blacksmith forge going and we corrected the iron problem, I'm hoping we're good. We'll see. But that's what's going on for now. We fixed all of the pastures. Well, not the pastures. That's the one thing we didn't fix. We fixed all the crops and we fixed all the orchards. So now they're able to be used correctly. And we fully fleshed out this farm over here. Once we get the textile industry running, we'll actually slam this river with a bunch of businesses, and then we will start a lot of production. And this production will flow into the textile industry that we have in the city, along with the corn that'll fuel the bread and sugar to the dairy industry to make all this bread down here. And then we will trade off these luxury goods and these, finished products like tin and bread, tin duck and bread off to the traders. It sells for a lot of money, which is great. So we can get a lot more raw materials like injected directly into the economy. Like if I come here and I just trade off like a bunch of silk, like I have on the left side, we could also be getting a ton of food instead of wasting fish to get more food. But we seem to be good on food, but I plan on obviously expanding more. I don't really know where else. Now that I learned that I can kind of just carve out these mountains, I'm probably just going to build up towards here and just build all the way around and turn this into one giant area. I don't think there'll be one area left of this map where there will not be a piece of civilization. I mean, there's like a little bit of ground here and like a little bit of ground you can see here, but that'll be gone soon too. As of right now, this is a ooh, it's an 890 almost. Yeah. It's like 95. So it's pretty much 900 people. It's almost to 1,000. Once these houses get built over here and once these houses get finished up here, I guarantee you it will be close up to 1,000. That's why we're running out of tools. It's not really the iron, it's also the production too, because we're floored here and we're still running out. Well, that'll do it for this episode. When we come back, we're going to try to expand south and expand north. Other than that, I don't know where else to go. We can go across the other waterway here, but this seems to be the most open land. But thank you for watching. See you next time.